Let's talk about what it means to do advertising for your company. Advertising is the art of making known. So we want to bring your product to market with advertising. That's either going to look like digital advertising or radio advertising. You might get on the print side of things or maybe on TV. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can kind of push out your advertising into the world. And what that is doing is it's making your product known. It's getting in front of people and it's saying, hey, we're here. We have a product, we have a service that we think would be really helpful for the market. When we're talking about doing marketing for you, we're talking about taking your budget and assigning it to different ways to push out your product to market. When talking about marketing strategy, it's about piecing together what parts make sense for your brand and make sense for building and driving traffic to your brand. Grant Cardone talks about what is known about gets purchased. It's not the best product that gets purchased, it's what's known. If you don't know the product exists, you can't buy it. If you have the best product and nobody knows about it, nobody's gonna buy it. So we wanna bring the product to market, and some of the best ways to do that is with advertising. We kind of focus on three main types of advertising here. That's gonna be digital ads, that's gonna be physical ads, and that's gonna be promotional products. So on the digital side of things, you can talk about all sorts. So you're building out a website, you build a funnel, you do Facebook ads, you do Google ads, you can do LinkedIn ads. There's all sorts of digital advertising you can do. All of them work. All of them can be targeted different ways and have different advantages and disadvantages. Your brand will probably need to choose a very specific one for what you guys do, and we'll focus in on either, hey, we really need this particular audience, or we know a user base is on LinkedIn, for example. If you're doing a lot of B2B and you want to build a community on that LinkedIn platform, you might say, hey, I want to use that. So that's that digital side of things. When we're talking about physical advertising, there's so much we can do with physical advertising. You can talk about billboards, digital billboards. You can talk about decaling trucks. You can talk about putting out physical mailers. You can go out and say, hey, Canada Post, US Postal Service, wherever you want to go, I want to do this marketing campaign. And what they'll do is they'll deliver to all the houses in a certain area, or they'll deliver to all the businesses in an area. And you can send out a catalog, or you can send out a brochure that tells people a little bit more about your products or services, but is getting in front of a lot of eyeballs. People love billboards for the specific reason that a billboard gets all the traffic on that street. If you have a billboard up for years and years, people are gonna see your brand, see your brand, see your brand. They will know who you are and know what you do. That's the type of longevity that physical advertising can often bring. That third portion of promotional products, this is really brand building very specifically with companies that you want to work with companies you already work with and want to build a better relationship with. It's either garments with your branding on there, or it's a cheese board with an engraving of your brand, or it's a speaker that has your brand logo on there. There's a bunch of different kinds of things you can do. The trick with promotional products is to give them to the right people to get the right impact at the right time. If you're giving mugs to somebody, so we give out mugs, people use these and they will often have a cup of coffee with them. Well, whoever they're talking to might say, hey, who's that brand? Who is Solis Sphere, right? So we've got that branding on the mug. Or you might have t-shirts. Hey, your whole company is going to start representing you with their t-shirts or their hats. That would be promotional products. You're really trying to push out the brand and have a connection between people and that brand. The main three for most companies are that digital advertising, that physical advertising, and the promotional advertising. Hopefully that's a little bit helpful to you. If you need any help with this kind of stuff, obviously reach out to us here at Solis Sphere. We'd be happy to help.